Yo, what is up, y'all? It's your boy CGI Gaming in here today. We're gonna be dealing with a problem that almost everybody has to deal with. Almost every friend group has to deal with. You maybe had to deal with this. Being ugly. And societal pressure is beyond anything I've ever seen before. And everybody's sticking stuff in their face and their ass and in their titties. And some men and other studs. But let me know down below if you guys believe you're chopped or not. But we are going to be watching a video called The Fear of Being Ugly. It's made by our boy Birdie. We haven't watched him before, but I've seen his videos. He's a very good YouTuber. But let me just stop talking and get right into it.
Being chopped. Most people fear it. I think it's safe to say that nobody wants to be chopped. We want to look good. We want to look presentable. That's a pretty normal thing to think about. But it gets to a point. Some people nowadays are really obsessed with how they look. And the obsession gets so bad for some people to the point where they will go to these looks maxing forums to find sauce on how to improve their looks. On paper, that doesn't sound bad, right? Until you realize they're hitting their face with a hammer. Like, what the like the idea.
Yeah, I heard about that. Like, I don't understand why people do that. It's like looks maxing, bone smashing, and all this other stuff. Like, people are literally hitting themselves in the face with hammers, trying to reconstruct their facial structure, something like that. I don't know anything about it too much, but I do know that shit is wild. I would never in my life have thought about that myself.
Idea of looks maxing is good in nature. Like, everybody wants to improve their looks. But I feel like in this era of social media, some people will do the most just to not get called chopped. So this year, looks maxing is mainstream again. There's been streamers out there pushing this idea of looks maxing. One in particular is this guy called Clavicular. Now, I've never watched Clavicular in my life. So I went digging on TikTok to try to find some clips. And I found a couple clips from him that genuinely have to be the worst advice I've ever seen.
Basically, what I did was, for 3 days, I spammed a combination of Adderall, appetite suppression, and I literally went on a 3-day fast, and stayed awake the entire time.
Huh? I must be hearing things wrong, because there's no way this dude said that with a straight face. And I don't know if he's just promoting these ideas, because apparently this is being clipped up as a lean maxing hack. How is this a hack? Instead of putting in the hard work and not taking shortcuts, let me just buy Crystal and get it.
It's also interesting because a lot of these people's audience is young kids. So you have 12 to 15 to 18-year-olds just all thinking, all right, this is just how we're going to do it from now on. You're just going to start throwing hammers at our face and taking drugs, hoping that everything goes away. I don't ever suggest that anybody does this, but sometimes people just have this trance-like feeling when it comes to these type of people, and they just follow anything that they say. I've never understood it, never will, and this is why people get called bots.
Addicted to it and just blow thousands of dollars.
My mom used to come in my room and go through all the drawers and take any object that I had been bone smashing with. So that was like pretty cringe.
Ah, no, man, not the bone smashing hammer, bro. Come on. This has to be a clip farm. There's no way this dude is serious. Even if it is a clip farm, there's probably people out there who are seriously, quote unquote, bone smashing. And I know this is a no shit to everybody watching the video, but I have to give a disclaimer. Otherwise, YouTube's gonna be on my ass. Do not do the shit that he mentioned. And not only are there these
Don't do that shit at home.
dangerous ass methods in the looks maxing community, there is also a ton of language that they use that just makes absolutely no sense to anybody. Like, what the hell does gesture gooning even mean? But apparently that is a word that some of them use. And if I were to go up to somebody right now that was a looks maxer, they'd be like, yo bro, you kind of need to ascend right now. You're a low tier normie, bro. Get your Ramus in check. You got a recessed maxilla going on. Get some hunter eyes and you'll be good. Like, this is really...
I'm gonna be honest. I've been fortunate enough to not run into those type of people at all, but I will be the first to tell you that anybody who's like that in that community, it's not even usually people that look good. It's people that want to look good, and they're so obsessed over their looks that they learn those terms and try to become, I guess, as you know, into it as possible so that they can hopefully one day attain what they are talking about. But most people that are in that community don't even have that type of bone structure, just have the ability to look half the way that these people do. But
that terminally online type of language. Like, who has the time to learn all this? All right, look, I know I just said them, but listen, I don't even know what the hell any of them mean. Now, in some cases, when people visit these forums, after they're done, they have to change their looks so much to the point where they decide to get surgery. I've heard of the most ridiculous surgeries ever. Like, there's this height surgery where apparently they stick a metal rod in your leg or something, and
I thought about it.
it just extends. I don't know what would happen to you later in life, but that can't be good. Even if I was like 5'1", bro, I'm not getting that damn surgery. It would be an arm and a leg. It's not worth it. A surgery that people are getting a lot is Botox, and I guess people now in their 20s are getting Botox more than ever because they're afraid of aging. Everybody wants to look as young as possible. And especially with people saying that Gen Z is aging faster, a lot of people are going to want to take extra
And that's the thing, like, as Gen Z, or I hate that term. Just, we're all human, and even though it kind of really just attacks age, it's more of, I don't know, I just don't understand it. But like, if you've noticed these past few years, man, these kids are growing way too fast. There's kids taller than me, 6'8" in 6th grade, full blown beard. You would think that they're 30 with a truck and kids. Like, it's getting to a point where the kids are starting to overgrow. I don't know what the cause of it is. I would assume it's just like things that we're eating and unnatural things that we're all taking in as we grow up. I guess it just got more and more farther away. But yeah, these children that are 16 years old and they look like they got rent and mortgage to pay. Both. Man, I don't know what to tell them, because they by 50 they're gonna look 80, and by 80 they're gonna look ancient if they make it that far, God willing.
Caution to make sure that they don't look like they're 40 and they're like 25. But I feel like sometimes people are doing way too much in this particular situation. Even me sometimes. Like, I'm dead ass using like an anti-wrinkled serum. But of course, speaking of aging, there is a time that comes in every man's life. Okay, not every man's life, but some men. The fear of balding. And unfortunately for some men out there, their fate is sealed. They got to do everything in their power to keep their hair. You got the classic trip to Turkey surgery. You know how it is. Sometimes when that hairline gets so fucked up, it's time for the Turkey trip. That Turkey trip's low-key creeping up on me. The corners are fading, bro. Okay, I'm just trolling. Nah, I'm not going to Turkey, bro. Maybe I'll do like fucking Minoxidil or something. I gotta know when it's time to step in and save my hairline. This one has been hitting me like crazy lately because apparently every time I scroll, I'm always seeing a new solution to fix balding. I don't know if they're trying to tell me, listen, buddy, you're on track to look like Mr. Clean in about 7 years. You gotta get going. Or it could just be a coincidence. When I start losing hair, like when I wash my hair, when I brush my hair, I start panicking a little. I might be tweaking about it a little bit too much. I can't lie. But I think everybody can agree when I say we want to keep our hair. So it feels like every time I'm losing hair, I gotta play defense to keep it. And sometimes I feel like I'm playing James Harden level defense. Like, it's just not good. Because oftentimes when I see somebody online that's bald, that ends up being the center of the video. That's the whole focus. I saw this video. It was like this guy at a concert. The person in front of him was balding, right? He was showing the concert, right? But this was the main focus of the video because that's what everybody was commenting about. And I'm not gonna lie, these comments are a little bit funny, but I feel bad for this dude.
I mean, that's the thing. I don't like older people want to look young, younger people want to look old. I don't know what the fine middle is. Like, at what point are you 50 and trying to look 20? At what point are you 12 trying to look 20 as well? I guess 20 is the golden age, but I don't know. Like, the way that it used to be and the way that it is now, we've changed all of society to kind of be based on pretty privilege. And it's all about money and how you look now. If you look good, you get money. If you get money, you look good. It's tale as old as time, and it's just ramped up past the remarks to the point where people don't have morals anymore. So I don't know.
Because that could be me. It could just happen so suddenly one day. And that brings me to my next point. If people are quote unquote chopped online, they're always getting cooked for it. Take the streamer Young Dabo, for example. A ton of people in his chat are saying he's chopped, and that's like a whole running joke on his channel. But I feel like it's just not a joke anymore when somebody actually says it to him in real life.
I ain't gonna lie, you chopped like you more chopper than me, you big back ass, ugly ass, stupid ass bitch. That fat ass nose.
I don't know. I've always gotten, I can never get past people who get famous for certain shit and then get upset when the people come up to them for the thing that they're famous for. That's the only thing, like, when it comes to, like, doing YouTube, like, being called out in person, it just gets way too scary because it's way too easy to get messed with because they know that you have an image to uphold. Like, I hope that it's a real image, but sometimes people just are worried about numbers.
Who on my yo? Take it outside with me on my granny.
Yeah, it's one thing to call him chopped in his chat, but it's another to threaten to fight him because you don't like his streams or whatever. Most people like to have some sense of privacy when they're creating content. They may show their face online, get recognized occasionally, whatever. But I feel like it just crosses a line when you meet a hater IRL. But not only is it streamers, but it's just random people on Instagram Reels. And in a lot of cases, bro, sometimes, man, they just get too ruthless. There was this kid on Instagram Reels, like he makes like those yapping videos, and this dude literally got cooked in the comments section just for existing. Like a top comment that's on all his videos is God just be making people.
Yo, people get real fucking mean online. Like the shit that people say, they make up shit I've never even seen in my life. Like they'll tell you look like anything and everything in the world. Animals, species, everything.
Like at this point, bro, they're just fucking frying this kid for no reason. Now I get a lot of yapping type of videos on my feed, so I eventually got this video on my feed, and I didn't even have to second guess it, bro. I knew the moment I opened the comments, it was gonna be on that type of timing. That's just how Instagram Reels is and will always be. And now since people are seeing like how ruthless people can be online in the comments and whatnot, that's why people are afraid of quote unquote being chopped. So people on an extreme level will do shit like looks maxing, the surgeries, like I talked about at the beginning of the video. And another thing that people get made fun of a lot for looks wise is being fat. Now, unfortunately, this is coming from firsthand experience. There's times in my life where I was made fun of for being fat. And you know what? It did give me some character development. I can't even lie. In the 3rd grade, I was eating a lot of McDonald's, Oreo Cakesters, whatever. I was just eating pure bullshit garbage. I don't think I ate a single thing that was considered healthy.
Which is another thing where, sorry to pause, parents set their kids up so bad sometimes. Like the future is already 300, 250. You know, like you have 12-year-olds that are morbidly obese, and you have 50-year-olds that eat the same thing as them, and they're no better off. Like everybody's starting to get a little big. This is including myself. As a, you know, I grew up eating a lot of snacks, things that I probably shouldn't have eaten. But I'm trying to fix that now. Some people, they kind of just let it go and let it ride, you know. And sometimes big people need to be talked to sometimes, but it's also a matter of understanding somebody else's feelings and not just your own.
As I got older, I started exercising
But kids are fat.
more and eating better, and eventually I lost the weight. But now a solution that a ton of people are turning to is Ozempic. Now Ozempic, you probably know what it is at this point. You could just take it, you get skinnier without having to go to the gym, diet, or anything like that. And recently there's been a lot of celebrities on Ozempic and promoting it. And now in my personal opinion, I feel like you shouldn't use it unless you're in like a life-threatening situation. And I've heard that when you take Ozempic, you lose weight, but you also lose muscle mass. And of course, since Ozempic is new, no one really knows what the long-term repercussions are. And
it was the same thing with vaping. And then I feel like they tried to rush along the process of like identifying what long-term problems are. And then they came out with like sponge lung, which is, I believe it's true. Sponge lung at least. But like there's people that are saying like, yo, you're going to catch like some indigenous fungal disease if you smoke vapes. I don't personally smoke them, so I don't know how it affects you. But I do know that, man, the way some people be smoking, I wouldn't be surprised if they got a hole in their lung. I wouldn't be surprised if they got some type of bacteria growing on that motherfucker.
Also, if you're eating like absolute garbage, like you're eating like third grade meat, you're gonna have to continuously take it if you want to lose weight. Otherwise, it's just not gonna happen. If you're eating like garbage, it's gonna come right back. So,
Well, doesn't the way that Ozempic works is that it suppresses your appetite, or is it one of those that like actually just takes your fat? I'm pretty sure it's an appetite suppressant, so you don't want to eat while you're taking it.
me personally, I don't really understand this whole Ozempic wave, and I don't know what the hype is. When Ozempic first came out, I thought it was only for emergencies, like when your weight was life-threatening. But I guess not, bro. Some people out there really want to, quote-unquote, not be chopped and lose, like, I don't know, 5 pounds.
Sorry. I think it's different with Ozempic just because a lot of people are getting recommendations for it, and it's becoming so wide that everybody and their mother is saying, "Hey, you should take Ozempic," like it's a stroll in the park. Like a lot of people are going to the doctors. Doctors are saying that they should have it, and a lot of the commercials make it look like, yeah, this is perfectly safe. You can order it. Pretty sure there's a version of Ozempic you can order off insurance, so you don't even have to be prescribed by your doctor or anything else. You could just get it through your insurance on your own, which is scary because people are injecting them. Like, people don't understand. You're injecting yourself with a needle. Number one. Number two, you have children and people around you most of the time, because usually it's older folks. And three, the way that you lose fat when you're on Ozempic is not healthy. Really. Like, obviously, if you really do need it and you're able to bounce back, that's great. But it can have really bad health risks if you just don't take it right and you let it just become this pill that you just jab into your stomach every day. Or, sorry, not pill, injection.
With Ozempic. Like, come on, bro. It's not that serious. Now, what is the reason people are doing all this? All the looks maxing, all the Ozempic taking, whatever it is. Some people now have higher standards. Like, there are people out there that say, if you dead ass don't look like Patrick Bateman or one of these other looks maxers, you're just fried. Yeah, bro, that's just not the case. People's perception of who is good looking has changed a lot because of social media. Years ago, people didn't really like nitpick it as much. But now, bro, if you hop on camera and your nose is like a little bit big, that's it. That's the entire comment section. Nobody's going to talk about the actual video. It's just in one ear, out the other. Everyone's just focused on your nose. And not only do people have higher standards with just like looks in general, but also dating. There's also dudes that will sit there and say, yeah, bro, I want a 5'5" Latina baddie. And they'll go on and on about how she has to look perfect. And they look like fucking bubble bath. Like, how about we start there?
Yeah.
You got some work to do, bro. I get it. Everybody wants someone that they're attracted to. I'm not going to hate on that, obviously, but you really got to work on yourself too. And of course, this high standards thing happens for both men and women. And I'm not saying that, oh, dating's cooked and it's over. It's not.
Oh, it is. It is. Dating is, man, you got to act a certain way to get what you need or want. And a lot of people, the way that you have to act is just not worth it. People like me, I don't want to pretend to be somebody that I'm not in order to get somebody. And usually, sometimes, if you do just use your own personality and you don't pretend, it is possible to be in a relationship. But the amount of people that are willing to take somebody like that is going down. Because the first thing people look at is like money, status, ability, and all these other things. The dating scene is just a little bit,
All right, all we can really do is just keep bettering ourselves and just keep moving forward. And obviously, not everybody is like this either. Only like a small percentage of people have these ridiculously high standards. If you enjoyed this video, you'll like this one right here about
W video. That was your boy Birdie. If you guys did enjoy this video, I ask you guys leave a like on this video. Go to Birdie, leave a like on his video, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to his channel. The link to this video will be in the description. I've been putting my Twitch link in my description as well. If you guys want to, go check it out. Have I been going live as much as I wanted to? No. But I'm gonna still get these bangers out for y'all. If y'all did enjoy the video, like the video, I will see you guys later. Peace, love. I'm out.